adventures. If I was part of a team and we were doing an experiment together and I was running that experiment while I was up here, I do enjoy being a part of a lot of different experiments, but if there was one that I knew very, very well, that would be very interesting to me. Over. Yes, very much so. In fact, this is a 10-minute break for me in the middle of a very busy day, which I'm very happy to get to do. But our days tend to start about 7:30 in the morning, and they go until 7:30 at night. And we are constantly hopping from one event to the other. And again, that is either an experiment or doing things that the space station itself requires. It's very interesting. We get to see a lot of different things. So at the end of the day, we may be tired, but it seems really, really rewarding because we've done so many very different things. Over. So we probably don't play the video games that you're imagining, but we do use things that seem like video games to stay efficient at what we do. Applying the robotic arm. We have a giant robotic arm. A variety of things, catching cargo vehicles, my friend Cole and he flew me around. I was on the end of the robotic arm when we were doing a spacewalk. So we have a computer simulation that allows us to stay very proficient at being able to manipulate that arm. We have one that also helps us practice being able to fly our little spacesuit when we're doing spacewalks. If we ever needed to, we have virtual reality up here that helps us train and be ready to do that. Over. Well, I haven't done that part yet. I've been up here about 4 months, and we have not gone home yet. This is my first flight, but we have trained for it quite a bit. And so the sensations are going to be, well, first of all, we're going to be experiencing gravity that we haven't felt for quite a while. And so we're going to start we'll have our blood start coming down to our legs where it hasn't spent a lot of time recently. And we'll also be experiencing accelerations on our bodies. So we'll experience some G's, but they won't go from our head to our feet. It will really go back through our chest. And so we'll feel like somebody's sitting on our chest. Over. You know, I've never been woken up by it, but I've certainly seen it as I'm falling asleep. And I did physics before I became a test pilot. And so part of that physics was making detectors, not unlike our eyeballs up here. And so when I see those happen, I get really it reminds me of my previous life as a physicist. Over. Well, no country can own space, so there's no issues with that, but we do have certain rules, such as we can't have methods of mass destruction in space, but we, as a community up here in space, we all just make sure that we are good partners for everyone else, and it's just like a big family. Everyone does their part and contributes to this and makes an incredible human exploration program. Possible to live on an exoplanet, but it would require so much effort. In fact, more effort and a greater accomplishment than anything humans have accomplished. So it could be done. You could imagine doing it even on Mars. We had a big bubble, essentially, that we lived under. But right now, I think our focus should be on this planet. It is such a beautiful and perfect planet, and we need to make sure that it stays healthy for a long, long time. I think no matter what you want to do, you need to study what you love and what you're passionate about. And if that happens to be something like math or science or engineering or medicine, that may lead to being an astronaut. But definitely do what you love, and no matter what happens, you're going to have won the lottery in terms of what you're doing for a career. Over. You know, it sounds cliche, but I haven't been bored yet. We are incredibly busy up here, and when we're not on the schedule, there's so much to do, including even just looking out the window at this gorgeous planet. But I'll tell you one fun thing that we get to do, and in fact, I just did it yesterday. The space station did a boost, which means it just comes up to a slightly higher altitude because it had been dragging down over the past month or two. And so what I did is with my friend Anya, we just hung out in the middle of a module, not touching anything. And then as the rockets fired, the space station moved around us. And so it looked like we were translating down the space station. Over. It has, because we live in Houston, and it keeps us in Texas, and I'm from up north, and so that keeps us away from our family and friends, at least on a daily basis, but we get to stay in touch with them and see them as often as we can. Over. On launch day, we are probably physically as strong as we've ever been, and probably psychologically as well, because we're so incredibly well trained. The people on the ground who get us ready for this don't leave a single stone unturned. So we are ready to go and excited to get to work. Over. Kilo 1, Sierra Lima Delta. This is Oscar Romeo 1, ISS in the blind. Thank you for giving me a break and a lot of fun today. Good luck to you, 73.